This is Tractor Man 44. I'm just taking a minute to, literally just a couple of minutes, to tell you that all son-in-laws ain't bad. Uh, I ain't saying all son-in-laws are good either, but at any rate, my son-in-law had a pretty good idea here the other day, and I'm just going to tell you about it in the video and let you see what his idea was and how it came to fruition. Sunday, a week ago or so, we're having breakfast, and the son-in-law made a comment that he didn't really want to use the trailer a lot of times, to haul in just a little bit of wood, to add to the wood pile. And, you know, if you just need a little bit for a cold snap, or you just want to top off your rank of wood you got in the basement, so to speak, sometimes you really don't want to hook onto the big old trailer. So he was thinking about making a platform to go in the front of his 3301, I think, Kubota, 33 horsepower with a front end loader. And he was thinking about making a little platform that goes on the front, just kind of slip it on, hold on with a chain, and haul a little bit of wood. And I said, well, heck, I've got this this thing that a buddy of mine made. He just passed away, and that I ended up getting a platform carrier that goes into the Reese Hitch on the back of your pickup truck or your whatever travel or whatever you got. And that was one of the things that they gave to me, and it was a 3-inch channel iron. It's got a good concept. I wasn't going to use it for that at all, and I actually had that week thought about cutting it apart, torching it apart, and keeping the good channel iron, and tossing that on the iron rack, and then just to get rid of the expanded metal, just run it down to the junkyard, whenever I take a bunch of other stuff. But I told him, I said, man, maybe I can adapt that real quick, because I sure as heck can't sell it in good faith, or even give it away, in case somebody would have an accident with something breaking, on the highway. So here's what I did. I took that thing and I cut the 2-inch tube off of it that was supposed to slide into the Reese receiver, and I just cut that all flush and welded a couple of scrap pieces of chain here on the front. It just happened to have 2 broken log chains, and then attached them right onto the to the front of this. Yeah, right up the center here is the 2-inch tube that I just cut off flush with that piece there. That was supposed to slide into the 2-inch receiver. I just cut that off, and then I welded, well, I already got some wood thrown in it, but I welded a couple of channel iron clips above and below that 3-inch channel iron there in order to just slide right over the lip of the bucket. And then I took a couple of scrap pieces of log chain. It's 3/8 link, probably 4,500 pound log chain. It's not good stuff, but it's not bad either. But I had a couple of broken ones laying there, so I just took the hooks off and didn't do anything to them, never adjusted the length or anything, just welded them on the edge of this, and they fit both on my tractor, on his tractor, both. So it actually worked out quite nice. With very little effort, you can stack about 135 pieces of wood on it, which is a pretty good quantity, and go right on into the right on up to the to the back of your house or right into your garage, whatever, and unload it. And that's a really good idea, my son-in-law's, and it's, I don't even know if he used it yet. This is the 3rd time I've used it. Like I say, I'm just putting a little bitty jag on here. I ain't putting too much, taking too much in on this load. It'll hold about twice this much, which is about 135 pieces on my small bucket. But at any rate, I thought I'd give there's one of my new subscribers. His name is Mark. In honor of him, I put a little bit of ash right on the very top of this pile, so he can see that there is a little bit of ash here in Missouri, and it's not all lit up with the borers. This is actually a live tree that we took out for a buddy of mine that needed it taken out. But at any rate, Mark, this this little load is dedicated to you, man. Hope you enjoyed the video. So, like I said, this is made just to haul just a little bit. I wouldn't want to put 2 cords in the basement by making so many doggone trips, but just to top off the wood pile is great, man. Absolute great idea. It's kind of like when you're on the interstate and you all of a sudden see a sign flash by that says last chance for gas 35 miles. All of a sudden you get that sinking feeling, you better stop and get some gas. Well, you know what, they're calling for snow Friday night, and even though I got a lot of wood in the house, I just want to top off the tank, so to speak. On a side note, if my woodshed was a weather forecaster, my woodshed would be saying fair and warmer for the weather coming up, as empty as it's getting. Look at that. That center section is, heck fire, man. It's really empty. It's like, what the heck? What's going on? I must be getting lazy mode age. That's 12 foot tall in the back. That's an 8-foot step ladder sitting right there. But there's a little bit in there yet. I still got year after next supply I'm working on over here. Ain't quite got that full yet. And then actually this is the tail end of last year's, and then this third section down here is supposed to be this year's. But I ain't gonna have to get into it for just a little while until I get this emptied out. So at any rate, that's the end of this silly video. It's Tractor Man 44, man, and I am out of here.